What's up, everybody on YouTube? I am Nick Bovey, and I am continuing on my journey to create a JavaScript powered calculator for the Free Code Camp project. Um, this is actually the second part of this this journey that I've been on because last time I wasn't able to get to where I was hoping I would get to. I got a little stuck, and kind of I set things up a little differently today. Normally I'm working in CodePen online, but I just got super annoyed with just some of the basic things like I couldn't get some basic validation to say like, hey, you're an idiot, you're typing this thing in wrong. And so I just decided it'd be easier to go ahead and use VS Code and create React app, at least while I'm getting this thing working, and then I can port it back over into CodePen whenever the time comes. I'm drinking a refreshing Cock and Bull ginger beer and non-alcoholic. It's a delicious beverage. So I'm excited to get to some code and hopefully get this thing actually working. I believe where it was at last week is. Oh, see, this is great. I can't even display it. I believe where it was last week is that I was able to at least get some calculations to work. But I think the problem that I was having had to do with state not working. I would put in a number like float number like 10.5, and I would subtract that. I think I even have it in here as a demo somewhere. Where is it? There it is right here. So 10 minus 5.5. So for whatever reason, if I run this in the browser, I don't like this view. I want to switch this view. Give me a drawer. There you go. And can I get my console in here? Oh, not sources, console. Man, it's crowded like this. I'm gonna rearrange this a little bit. Code's in and about there anyway. Yeah, okay, so dang. So I'm definitely I need to check on some of these things. I haven't really run this since I moved it over, so I just need to see what's up here. But in here you can see that I'm getting 4.5. So the calculation is working. The calculate function is working. So it's really strange. But basically when I would try to do the same thing using the state manager, for whatever reason, I would console out both things, both the state manager's value and the actual value that I had hard coded. And for whatever reason, when the state manager would insert its value into the calculate function, it would always come out wrong. I can't remember. I think it was like throwing an error of some sort. So anyway, it's kind of a refresher for me, honestly, since I guess it was only a week ago, but you work on other stuff throughout the week, and it feels like forever since I've looked at this. So I want to address some of these things that I'm seeing in here. I didn't get these when I was working in CodePen, and so I figure I might as well go through and just clean these up. So it's complaining about a use effect that's defined and never used. So we can make that one easy. Expected a default case within our switch. So just default return, I guess. Return. It's not very safe way of doing it, but that'll at least get us somewhere. Let's see, expected. Gotcha, and equals. Equals. Oh, I see. In my calculator. Oops, my calculator function. All right, cleans up both of those guys. Operator is assigned a value but never used. Operator. Okay, this guy. There's like several operators. Oh, it looks like yeah, I went down a rabbit trail with that guy and forgot to clean up. And new display was used before it was defined. There's new display. New display. New display set display. New display console.log. Oh, I see. I'm console.logging up here. Gotcha. Okay. Cool. Nice. That cleans out a lot of these things. Then we just have some other generic or basic stuff coming from Chrome extension, it looks like. Oh well, I'm not going to worry about that. Anyway, let's try again. Let me just make sure I'm still getting that error. What did I try to do? 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 equals 4.5. Oh, right, because I have my hard-coded value in there right now. Let's see. Where's my... There it is. 10.5. There it is. Is it? I guess this is it. Equals. Yeah, okay. This is the function I'm using to actually run my equals. And I'm doing a calculate 10.5.5. And so what I want to do is I want to take calculate and do it on just the display. And I believe when I was doing this, I thought it was working. Yeah. So it's working for that. Can I do it with like 3 plus 1 plus 1? Oops. 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 3. So I can do it with multiple. Can I do it with multiple operators? Could I do 1 plus 2 times 3? Now this should be 2 times 3 because we're working in, what do they say, factorial, what was it called? That type of math. Formula logic, not factorial logic, formula logic. So it works off of the parentheses, what is it, PIMDAS, whatever that is, divide, multiply, add, subtract. So it's going to multiply first, so that'd be 6 plus 1, so it should be 7, and that's working. What if we do 2 times 3 plus 1? 7, okay. What about 2.5 plus 2.5? Oops, I guess we can try that too, 0.5. Let's see what happens. 3, okay, 2.5 plus, dang it, I can't backspace. 2.5 plus 2.5 equals 5. Okay, so the one that was breaking it, I think, was 10 minus 4.5, I think. Yeah. So look at this. It just, every single time, it displays like it equals the same thing. Now, I'm curious if I do 9 minus 4.5, same thing. If I do 9 minus 4 equals same thing. So it would appear that the problem is within the minus part of our function here. And I say that, but the weird thing about this is, as we discovered in our calculate function, how do I clear this? I don't see, oh, was that it? Clear console. So what I figured out here is that if I go in and I manually log 9 minus 4, and I may have just figured this out. I bet you, I think I just figured this out. I think this hyphen is not a hyphen. I think this is some other character. But let's just show this off. So 9 minus 4 equals 5, right? Yeah, so that works. But I think I just figured this out. It looks like whatever I'm using in here for my minus is not the same thing. Text, let's just see, hyphen. That's a hyphen. And then in my logic up here, that is a hyphen. Okay. I guess I could also like do a check to see if this string equals the other string. 5 minus 4 equals 1. Okay, so, and let's see if, does the minus still look weird? See, okay, I think what happened was I had the other, like the longer hyphen in there, whatever that thing's called. Is it? Yeah, I bet. Okay, let me undo this a little bit. I just want to undo so I can see exactly what I had in there. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. just because this is mental. It has to be this. So there's one. I'm gonna do a comparison. They look like exactly the same in this font. So it's really dumb that these are different if they are. So if my suspicion is true, then this should be false. False. That is so crazy. I mean, seriously, if you look at this, how do I zoom in here? Zoom in a little more. Let's make it really big on the screen here. I think it's kind of funny how Visual Studio like makes everything a lot bigger. But yeah, look at this. Like, oh, I can just barely see it if I look this close. Like, I think if I got a caliper out and measured it, got a ruler out and measured it, I could maybe see that there's a difference there. But that is, what if I select both at the same time? I mean, it is so minor, the difference in those guys. So anyway, that is really dumb. And I'm guessing that was my only bug. That was my problem last week. So that is really annoying, but whatever. Glad I took the time to figure that out. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the non-funky one, just because that'll save some hassle in the future. So 10 minus 4.5, which I think was the original equation, 5.5. Sweet. So I've got the test suite in here. I'm just gonna run these tests and see. Ooh, that was weird. Like, oh, whoa, what happened? Whoa. What happened? Type error, cannot read property match of undefined. Interesting. So I wonder, because I'm running in Create React app now, I wonder if I'm getting errors that I wouldn't normally get because I'm in Create React. I wonder if there's some weird stuff happening. Let's see, app.js 39. Let's take a look and see what they're saying here. So cannot read property match of undefined. Okay, so they're basically saying that something in here that's coming in doesn't exist. So the last position, -1 doesn't exist. I don't know if I can just debug to step through this. Do they have a debugger just built in? That would be pretty sweet. That would help out with this a little bit. But for now, I'm just gonna old school debug and just use a console for now. I've already got some console log junk in there, so I'm gonna go find that stuff and get that out of there. Yeah, I don't need any of this anymore. Okay. So back on line 39, I'm just gonna punch out log quick call to output, and let's see what we get in the console when we run that test again. It's crazy how it goes to 15 and then blows up. So interesting. Nan -5. There's a non-number in there. 5 times. Oh yeah, that's right. They mentioned something about these double operators, which I clearly am not expecting. So I wonder how they get the nan in there. I wonder how they're doing that. They must have some interesting. Let's see in the rules again what they want to do with non-numbers. Let's see, does it mention non-numbers? In any order, as I enter numbers, I should be able to see when inputting numbers. So it's probably in here. I should be able to perform any operation If two or more operators are entered consecutively, the operation performed should be the last operator entered, excluding the negative sign. For example, 5 plus times 7 equals, should be 35, because 5 times 7. If 5 times minus 5 is entered, the result should be negative 25. Now here's something I have not accounted for, is negative numbers. I haven't messed with that at all. So that's something I need to figure out, because that's obviously, that's a pretty big like function, or that's a pretty big piece of functionality that needs to be working. I was just wondering though still if there was a nan number in here, or a nan, not a number. Just something about passing non-numbers in there, because I don't know how that would have gotten in there, unless I know how it got in there. It's probably when they did something like times 6. Yeah, cannot read. Okay, so it's when you, is that giving me not a number? Output times 6. Huh, that's interesting. So what did they put in there that made that happen? Divide times minus 6. Happening here. Really curious. Oh, I guess I don't know why I'm making this so complicated. I suppose I could figure out what. Oh, that's the thing though. They're typing it. They must be inputting it in somehow, because it shows up nan minus 5. Nan minus 5. Yeah, it shows up in there somehow. So they're getting it in there somehow. So yeah, maybe I should check and see. Do they have, what is it called? The Elvis operator, the conditional null coalesce operator JavaScript. I thought this was a thing. Oh, dang it. Medium, why you gotta be like that? Let's see. Nullish coalescing, the logical operator that returns its right hand operator when the left hand side is null or undefined. Is this what I want? I don't know if this is what I want. Default string, null, default string. Yeah, I think what I want is I think what I want is this output next, or output back 1. I'm also going to console.log back, because I'm assuming that's the non-number that we're getting. So null, I think we want question marks, right? If it's null, left operator returns a false value, which is not null or undefined. Logical OR operator. The nullish coalescing operator is a logical operator that returns its right-hand operand when its left-hand operand is null or undefined. In this case, we don't want that, because, yeah, that's weird, because this is probably null or undefined, and that's what's failing this. So it seems like we want this OR operator. Let's see, true. Do they have a section on null coalescing in here? Removing nested, and it's always easy. Or double not. False or true returns false, true, true. Yeah, so I just don't think this is what I want, but maybe it is. See what happens. All this chit chat I could have just gotten to. Yeah, okay. No logical listening requires parens when mixing with logical operators. So this guy requires parens. Whoa. Okay. So run those tests again. Why can't I? There you go. Back 0. Oh man. Back 2. Oh, interesting. So it's not back -1. Output. Search reg. So what's happening here? Let me make sure I'm, yeah, just had to make sure that I was actually getting the right minus sign there. Output is nan -5. So that's weird because it's saying output dot match operator. If back is 2, and then, yeah, this is weird. So back is 2, -1 is 1, and it starts, yeah, so it should be the A. So why is this saying it can't match undefined? I guess I don't know if that's actually the back 0. I don't actually know where undefined is coming from. Back is -1. Oh, because it's 0. I see. Maybe this is happening. Can I do that? That's what I think I want. I want this to be true, and then I want that to show up. Oops. Maybe. All right, so that fixed our problem there because it doesn't evaluate anything on those null, or the ones that start here. But we still have an issue in that if I type divide 2, I get nan. Okay. So let's look at these tests and see. In any order, I should be able to add, subtract. So the expression 5 minus 9 plus 5 should produce a result of 1. 5 minus 9 plus 5. 5 minus 9 plus 5 equals nan. Huh. That's interesting. So that's kind of our test that's failing there. 5 minus 9 plus 1. Output -4 plus 1, back -2. And it goes nan plus 1. So I'm going to go step through this a little bit. Let's go to where we actually are doing the 2 calculations here. Output calc, output multivide. So it's right here. So I just kind of want to kind of just grab this whole thing here. Pause output next. Five minus 9 plus 1, is that right? Something like that. Man. So we do a search. I'm gonna go ahead and comment this out too so that I can remember next time I'm looking at this. So search for matching operators, which in this case are minus and plus, because we're in that portion of the code. And it finds one. It finds one at position 1 right there. So then we get the back position, which I guess we're just getting position minus 1 while back. I see, and now we go back to figure out how many numbers there are in case you had a 55 or a 500, whatever, like more numbers to work with, or a bigger number than just a single digit number. And let's see, then we go minus 9. Which is negative 4. Ah, okay. I see. So the problem broken down is anything that results in a negative number, 4 minus 5, which equals nan, is going to trip us up because something down the line is going to try and take that thing with it's going to try and run it, and it can't because it's not a number. So let me go back here and make sure I am doing the right thing. 5 minus 9 plus 5. 5 minus 9 plus 5. 5 minus 9. So really I guess the other thing is negative 4 plus 5. Dang, so this is interesting because the negative 4, right? Because what happens when we do negatives right now? So we just need, this is kind of in line with what I was saying earlier. We need to have a solution for handling negative numbers, because right now it's going to just treat every time it sees a negative, it's going to treat it as an operator, which means in our logic where we're checking to see if there's any more operators there, in our output search right here, it's always going to come back and say there is one, and then we're going to go try and find that. We're going to go to a position of that thing, and it's not going to be right. So how do we write this? We need something to determine if the value that we're typing in, if this value is meant to be an operator or if it's meant to be a sign for that integer. Gotta think that through for a sec. Well, one thing that we can do that's kind of easy is we can do a check to see if the previous position We can basically check the thing at the position before the negative operator. And if that thing is non-existent, such as in this case where back results in being outside of the bounds of the array, or it is another operator, we can assume that the minus there is supposed to be a sign for the integer. So now we just need to figure out how and where to do that. I'm kind of thinking it's going to be in here somewhere. Because like right here, we're saying back equals -1. So I feel like it almost needs to be like right here. We just need to check it and see if, and what are we checking for? We're checking if back equals -1, then we can, and maybe we should just do this. We should process this though in our calculator. Calculation, output, replace range, output back next. Just make back equals 0 for now. And just see if that at least fixes it. So 5 minus 9 plus 5 equals nan. So back equaled -1, but it didn't equal -1 the first time. Oh, we still went in here. If back equals -1, back equals 1, else. And this is just crappy. I'm just trying to see if I can get around this for now with a little hack, because I think this is gonna help in the future when I want to actually do it for real. 5 minus 9 plus 5 equals 5. I feel like this is a user experience thingy here. I should be paying attention to that. I want the equal button to be here. Plus 5. Huh. Output -4 plus 5. Well, maybe, is that our issue, that we're the output comes back output.search. So at some point the output's coming back as nan plus 5. Maybe our problem is actually in here. Well, let's do one more thing. Let's take a look at this. Let's take this console.log and let's run it right before we throw it in. Right before we throw this stuff into our actual calculation function. Okay, so same thing. Oh, what? This is weird. So the first position. Oh, is this what's going? This probably is. This is something to do with it too. The position is looking at the very first thing. I didn't notice that earlier. I'm guessing it was doing that. It's doing that here too. So 5 minus 9 plus 5 equals. Yeah, position 0. So it gets the negative number. It gets the negative sign the first time. But the next time it goes around, it says, oh, look, there's another negative sign. I'm going to process that first. right here. So what we need to do is somehow avoid searching that, which is weird. Like if the position, so I think I had this kind of wrong. I think what I need to do is if the position, maybe even right here, if my position is equal to 0, that means that my operator is at the very beginning. Then I want to search it again, but I want to get the next result, I guess. So maybe I need to like do a search on a substring. Is there a way to do a regex search? Oops. Regex search JavaScript next item. So nothing like a next item like I was hoping for. But so maybe I do need to just do a substring from my position. Or I could figure that the next things leading up to the next operator are well, I think I'm going to try that substring or whatever. Is it substring? Substring JavaScript. I always forget what the, so it's 3 the moz, so start at 1 and get up to 3. Turns the part between the start and indexes. What? That does not make sense to me. I thought we started at 0. 1. Wouldn't that? That's really confusing. It looks like So the first operator is like usual logic, but the second operator is not. The second operator is like the equivalent to like the array index plus 1, which is dumb to me, but whatever. So output dot substring start at position, which is going to be 0 in this case, and end. I guess I don't know what the next, I don't know, pose plus 1. I have to do something more complicated to figure out if there's something else, because it can't just be if it's 0. But anyway, I need to then do a position. I need to do another output search. I'm going to do a search on this guy. Search reg. And I need to set pos equal to this so that I can get the actual index. And I need to make sure that back knows to go back again. Back equals 0. Because like now this isn't going to work because 5 minus 9 plus 5. position equals 0. What does this give me here? Five minus 9 plus 5 equals 0. Oh, did this substring thing not work? Oh, what am I doing? Position plus 1. This is so dumb. I just need to go get the entire substring. And it's probably 5, probably needs to be plus 1. 5 minus 9 plus 5 equals nan. So it still equals 0. I think I have to do a plus 1. This substring method or function is so confusing. I don't know why. 5 minus 9 plus 5 equals... Whoa, there we go. Got problems there. Interesting. Cannot read property toString of undefined. What did I call toString? So we know, hang on, let me backtrack a little bit. How can I make this problem simpler? We know that anything with -1 in it, or negative in front of it, is going to give us that nan. And that's going to happen because it's going to always get the first operator. So well, maybe we had it right there. If position is 0, which it is, this is so messy. Back equals 0 or 1? All right, back's going to equal 0 because it's going to be the position of the negative operator. -1 plus 1 equals... Man, that sucks when it's that broken. Position 1, which is 1. Why is it positioning at 1? I'll put... What is my substring here? -1 plus 1. What do I have? 1 plus 1. Oh, that's right. I've got to add I've got to add 1 into this because when it goes to read that thing again, there's a missing element in that list. Hey, that was the first time it successfully calculated something with a negative number. So -9 plus, oops, clear, 5 minus 9 plus 5 should equal 1, and it does. So this is all fine and dandy, but the next challenge is going to be if I do 1 plus -1, and it's going to be nan again because we're going to get our first operator, which is the plus sign, and then our next is going to have problems because it's going to read a negative next, a negative or a minus operator. So I wanted this to be able to work for like any, I want this to just be able to work for any circumstance. Like it should be able to figure out that the number involved in the calculation is a negative number, however that looks, which really just requires the position when we're first regexing the string. It requires the position skipping past any of the negative ones that show up in front. Well, really, I guess if you had just thinking this through, because I keep thinking about how they also said you want the next operator or the last operator put in to be the one that calculates everything, but except for minus, they don't want minus. So I think our logic is going to be in here in the next portion of this. Well, next doesn't match operator. So maybe we just do output next, or, and then wrap these like that. So if the output next equals a minus, or it doesn't match the next operator, then we want to keep reading. So 1 plus -1 equals 0. Cool. Okay, so that's another edge case covered. What's another one? What about, so now they have the issue of like multiple operators. So if we do minus plus 1, we should always take the last operator. And this is going to be weird because if I do an equal on that, it's going to be nan, because we're reading the negative first. So we need to check when we read next. We need to check the next thing, and if it does match, how does next equal 2 here? Let's see. Because we're starting at 1, I see. So next starts at 2. So it's like some other funky if next. Let's see if output next equals, or I gotta do this match thing. So if the next number output next dot matches an operator and output next does not equal, should I just have another regex for non-negative operators? Thinking about it, but maybe not. Output next does not equal the position will actually be equal to output, or equal to next, and next will be equal to pause plus 1. It's going to move up 1, right? 1 minus 1, okay, yeah. So we should get 1 minus plus 1, it should be 2, and it is. Okay. I'd love to clean this up because I just feel like this is becoming unwieldy. I want to run the test and see what else we find. Whether stuff doesn't work in here. In any order, here we go. 3. Oh, here we go. This is a big one. Depending on your logic and formula or immediate action. Okay. 3. So I'm going to just make this easy and take this as a string. So that's why I built it like this. Ooh. And let's see what we got here. Oh, except I have to use the actual signs. I should fix that. Let me just fix that really fast by making these take alternative styles of that. That was a nice and easy fix. That broke everything. Console.log. I guess I don't need a console.log that. I can just console.log it. I want to know what actually comes out of it. Console.log calculate and save that. Bada bing, bada boom. It's expecting 32 something. So what's happening here? Why am I only logging out once? That doesn't make any sense. So the first thing I log is the first position is plus. But I should be. Oh, wait a second. I'm doing something derpy here. Wait, why am I dividing afterwards? Oh, no, here we go. Yeah, I'm doing multi-divide first. So my reg, it should be coming up with Oh, doi. It's more complicated than this. This works for the calculation part, but my regs need to be updated to have the alternatives there too. That looks funky, but I think that's right. Do I? Hang on a second, no. That's not right. Do I need to cancel this slash out too? I can't remember. Does it need like a backslash in front of it? I don't know. Let's try. Okay, 33. So it does find the first operator correctly. That's good. And then it's instantly, it cuts out all of the stuff afterwards. That's strange. So it ignores the fact that there's a -2 and a divider after that, because the next thing it should be doing is 2 divided by 4. All right, so let's figure out where that's going, because it's disappearing somewhere. We're getting our position at first because we're matching the reg, which is that times operator, which is in the third place. We get our previous number, which is 5. We get our next number. That's all working. So the problem is in this replace range method. It would appear to be in here though. Right then. Calculation, output, pause. Times. Oh, it's not adding. Well, let's see. What is replace range doing? It's replacing a range, but what does that mean? Oh, right. Okay. So maybe we should investigate this replace range thing a little more, because it kind of looks like this might be part of the problem. Replace range, and I'm guessing we take the original string, like so, for the first thing. The start is I guess that's 0, 1, 2. And the end is 4. And we substitute 30. Let's see. Make sure that that's what's going on. That's not what's going on. That's something weird there. Alright, what is actually going into replace range? Back next. So 0. Oh no, 2 and 9. Whoa, how did I get to 9? Zero, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. How did it get to 9? That's weird. Position 3. So that's a problem, I think. back and next. 2 and 9, our original string. 2 and 9. And then I see they do the calculation. Okay. Well, I guess I can't just drop that in there like that then. Oh wait, yeah, I can. I could just say two and 9. Yeah, there you go. So 3 plus 30. So there is a problem with the replace range, I think, because, well, maybe it's not with the replace range. Maybe it's that this number is coming in as 9. Because it's supposed to be 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess 5 or 6. I'm sorry, 4. 4. I guess it's 5. This is so confusing. Okay, so yeah, 3 plus 30 minus 2 divided by 4. So it's supposed to be 5. So that's, the replace range is not the problem here. It's a problem in our next, where it's going all the way up to 9. Why is it going all the way up to 9? I think it probably has something to do with this. Dang. So it thinks that the 2 is actually -2 when it really, I guess, needs to be a -2. Maybe that doesn't matter. I think it matters though. So if -2, damn, dude. So frustrating. I've got a teeter-totter program where I push on one thing and it breaks a bunch of other stuff. Okay. If I temporarily disable this, I'm guessing this will go away. Because then I'm guessing that's not going to be 9 anymore. It is still 9. Okay, so it's not that, I guess. Huh. Maybe we should just track the progression of the next variable. Let's do that. And we can also just do a op. And then we've also got a what's up, Travis? Doesn't actually give me a time of when this happened. It's funny. So it isn't even breaking into that matched op, it looks like. It's starting at 4, which is what we want, right? 4, which would be the 6. And then it's going up again to 2. Maybe I should have a init so I know that it's the right one. I see. So this is on the next initialization. What the hell? Why is it going up to 9? I must be missing. I'm missing it. There it is. Whoa, what's going on? Calc. There it is. So right here, I think in loop. This is such a janky way of debugging this. But I want to see, okay, so it hangs around in that loop for an awful long time. It's probably because I introduced a bug when I did this shitty code here. So while the next output is less than the output.length and the output next equals a minus, there it is, or output next dot match operator. Dang. Dang. So I'm on the 6, or that's my next operator. Oh, so what I need to do is I need to make sure that the position, the number I'm on now isn't, or the position that next is now isn't a matching operator. Because if it is, that means that the next thing, if the next thing is a negative symbol, then it actually is a negative number. So this is going to be dumb. Put another parenthesis around here and then do like an and to figure out except when did my init 4 next was at 4. So why is when did my next number go up again? I never added one to it, did I? In a loop. Or, okay, so it's saying So output next at this point should be 6, right? And I add another console.log output next. What am I? What am I? 6. So the next number is definitely less than the length of the output. So which one of these things is resulting in true? False. Or true. I see. I see. So it's saying the next thing is not, does not match the operator. Oh, I see what's happening here. So it's going, oh, it's matching, it's not matching the operator. It's a 6. So then it goes through again. And then the next time it goes through, it's a minus. And it's saying, oh, you're a minus. You equal minus. So you're going to evaluate true. And then it's going to go through again, which is not going to match minus, but it is going to match the next state. So the question being, how do I figure this out? I think what I want to do is check. I think what I want to do is basically the last thing has to not be an operator. So, and so next minus 1 needs to be, or maybe it does need a match because it needs to be an operator for this case to actually work. Hey, look at that, 32.5. And I got so much junk in here. So much junk. Can I get more? Oh, there's one more. 32.5. So let's find out what I broke with that. I'm one more test ahead. One more test ahead. 13 out of 16. Let's see. When element is when the decimal element is clicked, a dot should append to the currently displayed. 2 dots in one number should not be accepted. Wait, what? Should display 5. Oh, I gotcha. Okay, so they want 5.5. I gotcha. So where does this logic happen? If the last thing was a dot, then where do I even make the dot? That's just in here, isn't it? On click, yeah, update display. Update display, set display to the value. So maybe I should just like dot num button on click. It's expecting any sort of event value. Where the heck is it getting that? How's the, oh, is it getting passed in here? Num button value. Okay, I guess I need to have a decimal component. Num button. Or isn't there a generic? Make this a button. And then I could have an equals function. Where my function's at, equals. So then I have it equals or a decimal equal that. And yeah, so rather than doing that, we'll get the display dot length plus 1. If display length minus 1 does not equal the decimal, then we will set display equal to display plus the decimal. Oops, that's the decimal. Cool, and then we pass that in as our function on the decimal button 1 dot 2 dot 3 dot. So we do have now a problem where we've got our decimal in there multiple times. Guessing it's gonna have a test to cover that. Here, it's probably gonna be this one. Let's see. Ah, there it is. The input of 5.5.5, yeah. Okay, you got me. So let's just do this. -1 display dot index of the dot does not equal -1 dot what the, oh wait, equals -1 1 dot 2 dot 2 dot. Yeah. All right, what's up here? I should be able to perform any operation. Expected NAND equal 5. Oh no! What? Oh no! 10.5 10.5 minus 5.5. 10.5 minus 5.5 equals NAND. Oh no! Back to square one, kind of. Let's put this in my tester. 10.5 minus 5.5. 5.5. What? Wait a second. 10.5. Oh. 10.5 minus 5.5. Dang. Yeah, okay. So it's not, it's not quite as simple as just getting the index. It's not quite that simple. Dang, so I have to like figure out what the last number that was entered was. Index of the dot equals -1. I know what I could do. I could have a where's all my state at? Where's my like use state functions? There it is. So maybe what I should do is just have a has decimal, set has decimal, and oh, and that should be false, yeah. And then I check this guy out and I say has decimal. If that's false, set the display there. And anytime I want to do one of these guys, update display. Like I could have a const operator. And that's pretty much going to be what we have. We're just going to set that display, but we're also going to set the has decimal to false. Oops, yeah, operator. Cool. So 5.5 plus what the what? Oh, wait a second. Value. I wonder if I'm gonna mess. I feel like I'm gonna mess that up. Okay, I got a better idea. We can just check and see in our existing method, update display, and we can just see if the value that was pressed matches our operators, which is never where I want it to be. It should be right at the top. Const operator. Put that out of here, put that way up here. So then inside of our display, where is it? Update display, update display. So inside our display, if the value, if the value dot matches operator, then we will set has decimal to false. regardless of what it was before. 1.1.1.1. What? This is confusing me. If the has decimal is false. Oh. Oh, I'm not setting it in here. Has decimal. Set has decimal. True. There you go. Plus 1.2. Yeah, there you go. All right, what did I break this time? Oh, I definitely broke something. I went backwards. Oh. 5.5.5. Expected input of 5. What? 5.5.5. Huh. That's weird. An input of 5.5.5 should display 5.5.5. They got 555. How did they get 5.5.5? I bet this is another stupid state thing where this set decimal isn't updated by the time that this is running. Well, actually, it's saying that there's not even decimals in there. So I don't understand. Oh, whoa, there you go. Oh, hey, look at that. Interesting. So my set has decimal in there. So clear, wherever I've got my clear method. Const clear set display initial state. So I need to also set has decimal to false. Run that test. Wow, all right, moving along. We've got 2 more tests to pass. If 2 or more operators are entered consecutively, the operation should be performed, excluding the negative sign. This freaking negative sign. What was that? 5 times negative 5. 5 times negative 5 equals nan. And that's just great. 5 times negative 5. Nan. Maybe I should have left my nice output object. Pause next back. Pause next back. output. Alrighty. So it sends it in with the position 1 next to. Oh, actually, what is it sending it in as? So it's sending it in as a back 0. Next is 2. What? So it's trying to multiply against the negative. Output next minus 1. What? False. This doesn't make any sense. But I'm about to find out why it does. That's an operator. Dot match operator. That's truthy. What is going on here? Next, that is true, right? What? It's saying next to 0, 1, 2. What am I missing here? What is next at this point? This is why debugging is so nice. It's so nice to have an actual debugger in here. Interesting. It's like it's running through twice. Null. What? Okay, this is weird. So my previous thing is a multiplication sign. The next thing in here is finding a matching, or it is finding that this is a minus sign, I guess. But if I do, and I'm going to scratch this actually because this is getting crazy. What's about log? Let's call this match next. Match priv. Next. And full statement. Full. Let's make that a little bit easier to read. So full is null. Let's do a prev colon output next minus 1. Because this doesn't make any sense. Previous is a multiplier, is the multiplication, but it's saying that the match is not there. It's not able to match that. But our operator definition. Oh, dang it, dude. Dang it. This stupid thing. Was that my problem this whole time? Match next. Match prev. Hmm. That's interesting. I'm getting negative 25 somehow, but it's still coming back as nan. Oh, because it's getting passed back in within my while loop. I almost want to just like change the search. Make my own search. Because what I need to have happen is like if the whole number is a negative number. Because then it's going to go in here. It's going to do all this junk. Oh, here's what I can do. I can do like if pause equals -1 break. So that it quits early. Okay, I've tried saving this thing quite a few times. Hello. What's up? VS Code's being weird. Or is it my computer that's being weird? No, it's VS Code. Can I select all from here? Nope. Can I do this? Nope. Save. Okay. Well, I don't know why none of my... Okay. Whoa, what's going on? Why? Okay. Don't save. This is annoying me. My keyboard functions are now not working for whatever reason. And that still didn't fix my problem. Okay, what the heck? Visual Studio is bugging out on me. It's probably just my fault for writing terrible code tonight and every night and every day. Return output. Did this actually save my stuff here? Kind of worried it didn't. Do I break out? Yeah, I do. Turn output. Nan. Console.long. What's the position? Position is 0. This means we're breaking in that. Oh, right. Substring gosh. It is -1. It is -1, but then I add 1 to it. So just want to do that. I'm going to add +1 to it here. What did I do wrong here? Line 45. Oh. There you go, -25. Okay, run these tests again. Oh no. Man, these tests are intense. I got a ton of tests in here. I feel like this is like a legit challenge compared to the other code camp stuff. Maybe I did this like a way more complicated way than it needed to be done. If 2 or more operators are entered consecutively, the operation performed should be the last operator entered. Okay. Back to the drawing board. Calculate 5 times minus plus 5. So in this case, it should be 5 plus 5, right? That's what I wanted. I wanted it to be, yeah, 10, okay. So this is where we have that stupid problem with the search returning the first thing. We really want it to return the last thing that matches our reg, right? So it's almost like we want to have a custom search function. Custom search, const custom search. How do you add stuff to a, oh good. Add custom function to string. Yeah, it's like a prototype thing. How does this work? Extend the prototype. Nice, okay. So we do string.prototype.custom search takes a reg. I'm doing it this way. Maybe I ought to do it that way too. Oh, and I probably should do function, because this gets weird. So custom search, and what I want to do is take the whole, how do I actually look this dot index of char? Yeah, so I've got my string, which is this, and I want to go through each character in this. Which I can do. Can you just for each on a string in JavaScript? Are they gonna have me split it? That's cool. Spread text. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. We'll spread our string into an array, which I didn't even know you could do. That's pretty sweet. You do for each on it. Then we do a let's see, let, and we'll do let out equal -1, and we know we're going to return an out no matter what. Return out no matter what. And why is this yelling at me? Variable declaration expected. Can do one of these other things too. For for const c of this we'll do c dot match reg. Oh, I bet you can I get the index out of this? I might just have to do the dumb solution. Let's see, can you get let's see. For of index and for of JavaScript. Do I have to count it myself? Dot entries. I don't know if this is gonna work, honestly. Dot entries. That. For const I and v. So if it matches, oops. If v out equals I, that way it gets the last one. And then we throw this in here. Dang, this is gonna get weird because I also have to be aware of the negative factor. If it's a negative character, then we'll have an issue there. Maybe yeah, maybe I had to just check it here. The problem is you don't know if the next thing is is actually going to be the last thing or not. I guess there's two scenarios though. If you make it through, and the last item is a minus, and then you find a multiplier, it's going to overwrite it right here. And if it's not, it's just not going to have it. Right? And v does not equal minus. So let me place our custom Yeah. It's kind of what I figured. Probably just need to do it old school. For let I equal 0, I less than this dot length, I plus plus. If this v dot match reg and this v, let me throw that. Oh, whoops. I. Want to know what's happening here. What's it actually giving back? Oh, this is interesting because it's got a trim. Turning -1. What? Oh, it's because this is the old one. Turning 1. That doesn't make any sense. returning 1. Because even finds it here, matching array. Index, what's the index? I. So the indexes are going up. Oh, it doesn't match on the plus? Oh, damn. So, oh man, that sucks. This is so annoying. So now the issue is that because I do my calc separate to try and accommodate this stupid functional or whatever, the way that they have it set up. So now I have this issue where I can't know that I have a plus in it because I'm not passing the right reg. So maybe I should just trim it up here since I know what my actual output is. That's what I should do. That's what I should do. Leave these searches alone. But do a custom search and pass it the whole. Oh, dang. Except this won't work either because as soon as you have a scenario where you have times 5, it's going to think this is what you want. So you need like a simplifier. Like const simplify equals, it takes a value. And what does it do with that value? Well, it's going to go through and find the last thing. Basically, I just need to do what I did in that method, but every time it's not a number, gosh dang it, this thing is such a complicated, so complicated, can't believe it. But I think what I need to do is take my code here, change out this, whoa. What did I do? For value, and then it's going to be a string builder, so out should be a string. And then out let's see. add as a default. We'll add plus equals out plus equals value. I. The value at that index. Yeah. We'll set out at I minus 1 equal to value I. So it goes back and sets it to the latest operator. Range is not defined. Of course it's not. Operator or reg. Okay, so then in our calculator, calc, we're going to simplify on our value operator. We do output equals simplify. What? Cannot assign to read-only property of string? Oh. Gonna have a little more logic in there. Let's Let's move this console.log up to the top. I can see it before. Oh, whoops. I guess I gotta keep it in the cancel. That's funny. I made something that did it every single time. Cannot assign read-only property. Oh man. Another stumper for me. This just sucks. My oh man just now is just kind of thinking about the fact that I just need to know if it's a negative number or not, if the next thing is a negative number. Not to mention, I mean, this is its own deal as far as not being able to assign a property goes, but this is bad. This is bad code right here. Like, if I was to just ask someone to make this, I would say, when I pass something, I pass a string like times minus plus 5 plus 5. I should get 5 plus 5 plus 5. Let's try something else. Let's try, because I can keep the for each part of that. I think I'm going to need that. Let's try doing something where we check the value. Check the value at this index. Match reg. Where did I just go? Okay. If this is not a match, meaning it's not an operator, we can just skip ahead and do an out plus value. I got that wrong. This has got to be value. So that would add the 5, because it would go through and say, oh, this isn't a value, it's a 5. Else create a new indexer, set to I, and then while s plus plus. So it should quickly like spin through these guys and say like does not match. So like we know this first one's gonna match. So it's gonna say, cool, what's the next one? The next one's a minus. And that's gonna match. And the next one is gonna be a plus. And that's gonna match. And then the next one's gonna be a number, and that's not gonna match. So we know that we want to add out plus equal value s. And the tricky thing is, now if we have a situation like this, if s we've got to check and see if it's a minus. If value s equals minus, minus then we actually want to make out plus equal value s minus 1. What a, oh man, I just feel like this is nasty. I mean, this could be like ternaried. So it could be like out plus equals value s equals minus, that's true, and do out plus equals value minus 1, else out plus equals value s. Don't really know if that's that much more readability. That might be less readability. And I don't think it's like doing anything more for, I don't know, I don't think it's really doing much more. Returning 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Let's see. Dang. What's going on here? If the value matches, let's just do our little thing here. Out s I equal, val I value I val s equals value s. How does it get 2 5s in there already? Oh. Burp. So it sets the out. First thing works, technically. Speaking. Then the value of I becomes I don't understand that. 4. Oh, I see. It's already done it once, and now I'm in the else statement, consoling out. And I set my S equal to the current index, which should be I. But S actually went up all the way and discovered the next thing. How did that happen? S. It's because, yeah, so when it's reading the S at this point, the value is 5. Because the last time I went through, it actually was an S++. So the way to fix that is to always look ahead, I guess. And see if the next one is that. And if it is, great, and add. And if it's not, oh my gosh. Looks like I've got some sort of infinite loop happening here. It's not an actual infinite loop, but something's weird here. So the next thing, S. So where does it get this other 5? That's what I want to know. Like the out was already set to 5. Oh. I'm using this incorrectly. Because it's taking the whole, what? 100. Okay, maybe not. Phi s equals -1. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's at least better. So then what happens? Why does it not? Hey, why does this not show me what's in here? Out. 5 plus plus 5, 5 plus 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 5. The hell? It's like it's acting like it's inside of another loop or something. Oh man, what the heck? Value I. Oh, because I see. I need to update I to S since that's the new thing. See, I should have kept that if statement. Or I can do out plus equals value I, and then change this statement to read I equals S1 or S minus 1 and I equals S, which now should look much more readable on one line. Okay. Simplify 5 plus 5, returning 5 plus 5 times 5. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. Is that what it was even expecting? I don't even remember anymore. Oh no. Oh no. Shoot. And we are crashed. Dang it. Oh, it is such a bummer. Oh man, so what stupid edge case did I break this time? I'm at the point where I'm like ready to ditch this whole like let's process these strings and just do it when people type stuff in. I feel like this is way over engineering at this point. Like if I had just gone with like a simple like, oh, what was the last thing that was pushed? Oh, a plus. Cool, that's great. Oh, the last thing that was pressed was a minus. I'm really tempted to just ditch this whole like string matching business and make it happen in the calculator. So that would look like 1 times divide plus, then plus would be the last operator in there. So just switch between operators. I think the whole point of me doing this other way was so that I could I could offer the whatever it's called formula logic. Here's another thought though. Maybe since that simplify doesn't seem to be what I want, maybe what I could do is okay, wait a second. If I run this in tests, it's equal to 10. Maybe what I should do is just make the operator switch. I guess they don't want that to display. Let's see here. Num button. So this will be an operator const operator equals, and we'll pass in value. I already had some stuff in here, right? I'm already checking. I'm already doing some of this work up here. Update display. If the value matches an operator, set has decimal false. Well, guess what else we're going to do? We will see if the last thing was an operator, and then update that too. How do we want to do that? I'm guessing I could do something like if value dot length -1 is an operator. Change char and string JavaScript to do that with. It's a nice handy dandy little function there. Place at dot replace at value dot length -1. I mean, it seems I feel like I can just do value dot subster 0 to the end plus operator. Wait, plus the new value, right? What am I doing? Display. Display.substring plus value. Display plus value. I'll just do set display. Return. Is it that simple? 1 plus 1 times. Clearly that's not that simple. 1 times minus points. Try console.logging the value.match, or really just the value. This. Retrieve operator plus. Plus use operator plus. Oh, interesting. Plus. Huh. That's weird. Set display, preview operator display value dot length. It's updating the display. Display plus value. That is super strange. Display equals initial. So is this getting run too in that case? Oh, it's not returning, for one thing. Oh, that's funny. Bad index on there. 1 plus. Okay, so now, how is this making any sense? Display. One plus times. Why is it not replacing that? Set display does substring props. Oh. Dang it. Thought that was it for sure. Let's let this guy in an else. Great. Just great. Display manages the operator. Do I just have to have an else display? I think so. Is that exactly what I was doing before? Oh my gosh, what in the world? Okay, I have to figure this out. There is a way. There is a way. This is the way. Oh man. Back to square one. Update. Oh, whoops. I don't want to be quite back to square one. I want to be back to this point right here. Right there. Value dot match. See. I just saw something. That was weird. I'm seeing stuff. I could have sworn I saw like a moth or something. That was weird. So I put in a 1. Value doesn't match an operator if the display is the initial state, or clear next. Set the display to the value. else was that clear? It was too false. If it is anything else, we'll just add it to the value. But wait, this is an operator. I wonder if I could just do this stuff in here. Anyway. I'm going to keep that there for now, because I think I will eventually be able to ditch the other one. Set display. Right. So we want to replace the last character of the display. Display dot display substring 0 through display dot length -2. What is that anyway? Oh, what the heck? Is that it? Really thought I had it that time. I just don't I don't get that. I feel like, where else am I setting the display? I'm not. Setting display. It's going to equal what I'm doing here. It's just -1. 1 plus 1. Whoa, that was weird. 1, 11 plus. Yeah, that's not right. 11 plus replaces the last thing. That's pretty much what I want, though. Oh, wait a second. If value match. Oh, this is different. If the last. So it's if value match operator and if the last thing matches operator. So like display dot length is 1 dot match operator. Is that good? There we go. There we go. That's what I want. Jeez. Okay. And then we just need to change this so that oh, man, this is gonna be weird though, because I want to be able to do like 12. Oh, wait a second. What was that? Hang on. Minus. Oh, okay. I thought I saw something weird. 11 times minus 12. Okay, good. Plus. So I want to be able to do a minus 12 or a negative number, but the problem is going to be if I just do something like this, and operator, and does not equal a minus, so that you could have a combination like 12 plus minus does not equal minus. What? Oh, wait a second. And value does not equal minus. Value does not equal minus. 12 plus negative 12. But here's the thing. If I do 12 minus, get the same problem. So you need a branch there, I guess, to say I want to jump back up here and try this again. I think it was my mistake on that earlier that caused me problems. So there's like a two branch here, and the branch is checking if the thing is a minus. If it is, then we need to check if the last thing was a minus. we basically do oh, I guess I could just see if maybe and display length -1 does not equal a minus. The last thing doesn't equal a minus. It'll just display it as usual. Volume match operator. Value equals minus and display length. Then we will do the normal set display, right? Otherwise, if the last item matches an operator, set the display here. Oops. The value is that 12. Nope, back to the drawing board. All right, it was a thought. Fart in the wind. Keep this, I think. I think we still want that, but let's go back to how we had it working. Let's write up, since these are going to get to the same value, I'll just take this and add that to our and statement up here. And It's not negative, or it's not a minus sign. Display length. This value is a minus sign. And the value before it was a minus sign. We want to not print it, we want to replace it. I think that's what we want. 12 plus times, damn it. What did I do that, this thing messing it up, I guess? It's huge. 12 times, yeah, okay. If the value equals negative and the last value equals negative, it's not equal negative, set display. I have no idea why that works. It does work, maybe it doesn't work. Twelve times and the value is not negative, right? Oh, it's because I'm not returning. So then all the other stuff applies. 12 plus negative 12. Good, and 12 plus negative negative negative. 12 equals, okay. That works. Let's see if I can pass some more tests. Oh, I'm so close. Oh man, what is this? Pressing an operator immediately after following equals should start anew. Oh, geez, dude. This is this is so annoying. Okay. So 5 minus 2 equals blank divided by 2. Okay. 3 times 2, I see. Well, this is my own fault for having this clear next thing here, I think, eh? Is that all it was? Set clear next. 2 plus 3 equals 5 times 45 equals, where's my equals? One plus 2 equals plus 6 equals 9. Run tests. Oh my goodness, it's a miracle. 16 out of 16 tests for this dumb thing. Oh my gosh. This is a 6-hour project. I don't know if I feel dumb. I don't know if I should feel dumb, but I feel dumb. Jeez. That was brutal. Well, let's clean her up. This area right here was a place that I definitely thought this didn't need to be like this. Operator. If the value is a minus sign and the last value is not a minus sign. I almost feel like it's like that's what we're saying. Expected to equal 25. I just feel like this should be able to, I should just be able to simplify this. Yeah, okay. It's a little bit of a simplification. Ooh, and because I'm not using clear next anywhere, can get rid of that. Don't need that. Don't need that. I needed something in there. Oh yeah, I do need that actually. Or clear next. That was what I didn't need. But I still need to have the initial state. But I feel like I could also write that to just be set display. Display equals initial state. True. Nice. Don't think that's much of an improvement though. Switching a ternary is not really gonna make the code any better. I can get rid of these guys. I can get rid of all this. Value.match operator. That's where I just want it to set the display. And all of the things in this are true. Value doesn't equal a minus. Wait, this whole thing I don't need. That garbage. Should probably do a find all for console logs. Using custom search anywhere? Nope. Get rid of that. Make sure we're still good. Yep. Yeah, so I mean, I feel like my biggest complaint with this whole thing is just the complexity of the code within some of these. I'm gonna rename that. Extract what? Can I rename it? Rename symbol. Compute calculation. This is bad too. I know having one function depend on another function, that's a really bad design choice, I think. Because then this guy depends on that guy all the way up. So yeah, makes probably more sense to like put the compute calculation logic in here, because it's not being used by anything else. Run the tests, make sure they still work. Place at, I don't think I'm using that one either. Yep. That. Either dead code in here. Like this stuff is so confusing. I just feel like there's got to be some anti-patterns in here. There's no way this is good. Session equals output. If pause equals -1, return the output. Maybe there's not a better way though. I don't know. Equals 1, back equals 1. Well, what happens if I do something like plus square times 6, 3? Yeah. So these test coverages do a lot, but they don't do everything. Because I shouldn't even be able to press a minus number, or minus. Well, at the very least, I can comment things out. So I just say check for negative number, beginning, input, break out the rest of the input to see if there are other operators. Okay, there are more. What else? Find index of first operator. Add index after operator. Add index, oops. Add index before operator. If the output next to match operator, if it matches it and it's not a minus, I wonder if I need that anymore because I'm cool. Add index before operator. Then if we're back, -1. I also don't think I need that because we return, that's part of the negative input check, and we check on that already. Test. Oh, maybe not. Didn't think that was what this was doing. Oh, wait a second. I must have run. Somehow I ran that before. Yeah. So this guy, I feel like this logic is failing in here. 5. And equal 10. Five times minus plus 5. Oops, clear. 5 times minus plus. Oh, interesting. So I think this should be kept in the display update logic. That's interesting though. So if the has to like figure out how far to go back. Value equals negative and display dot length equals minus 1. Dang, 3 hours and 44 minutes on this. You know, as much as I want to fix this, I think I'm just going to call it good. Worry about it another time. Make sure that still passes. Tests. Okay. Still have to run this over in here. Paste that in. And uncomment these guys. Pull that out. And uncomment all of this. Okay, so that should be everything. Let's see here. If I run my tests, I pass, and I can take my link and go over to Free Code Camp. And finally, after an incredible 6.5 hours, that is the calculator. It's insane. Oh my gosh. I really hope the next project is not like that one. Is this the last one? Pomodoro clock. Let's see. This is the last project. All right, so next time I'll be doing the last project, and it's a Pomodoro clock.